Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the video. Today's video is going to be a little different than most of my normal ones. I want you to stick around to the end. There's a valuable lesson in today. Comes a little different. Almost right on cue. It's off camera so you can't see it, but there's a couple of rocks falling down. It's the mountain goats. They're up on the top of the cliff. So today's lesson is silence is deafening. It's also very, very powerful. Silence is a powerful tool, one you need to learn. When you're in a negotiation and it's not going your way, having the ability to sit there, calm, cool, collected, silence will speak volumes. The people you're negotiating with won't like the fact that you're silent, because that means they're not winning. It's actually the opposite. It means they're losing, and they're going to try harder. So the next time you're in a negotiation and it's not going your way, remember, silence is deafening. and very, very powerful. Having the ability to come, sit, relax, enjoy the sound of a waterfall, the creek rushing by, just being calm, letting it come to you, you end up with the billy goats coming nearby. I've had this happen before I had cameras and was recording it, where they've come down and drank out of the stream while I was there. A few years ago, I was just drifting silently down the creek on a little inflatable boat. Got caught in a couple of trees in the creek. Just sitting there relaxing, enjoying the day, reading a book, not making a sound. Some movement over the top of the book caught my eye. I looked up and there was 2 deer. A mother and her little fawn drinking water. They're about 5 feet away from me. It's silence, it's stillness that will draw into you. The thing about having that ability, when I'm in a negotiation that's not going the way that I want it to, and I need to change the direction of it, I go like I was in the beginning of the video. Still. Not moving. I take myself from that negotiating room and that negotiating table. I take the sound deadener off the microphone. And I plug myself in here. So while they're sitting there talking, trying to sell, trying to convince, I'm here. It's quiet. It's peaceful. I can think about the next step in this negotiation, where I'm going to go, what I'm willing to accept, what I'm not willing to accept. That's very powerful. When you can get yourself to that point, that's also when you have the power to understand the negotiation is not going how you want it to. The business deal is not going to be what you want it to be. And when that happens, you have to get up and walk away. Having the ability to walk away from a deal is a very difficult skill to learn. Because we never want to lose. We always want to win. But making a bad deal is not a win. You're better to make no deal than you are to make a bad deal. In a case like that, no deal is the win. The bad deal might cost you time, might cost you money, might cost you resources. There's been times in my life where I haven't accepted this, and I've just plowed forward because I needed to get things done, or I felt in my mind I needed to get things done. I didn't have this concept understood yet at that time. And I plowed forward with deals, knowing that they weren't that great, but I was going to do my best to make the best of them. After doing that a few times, I finally learned that when I was in one of those bad deals and doing something where I wasn't quite making what I figured I should, or wasn't getting the terms that I wanted, but I'm going to go ahead with it anyways because I need a deal, I need something happening, I need a job, I need work, whatever the case may be. Usually a short time later, a better opportunity came along. But I was tied up in this bad deal. So not only was I not making the money that I should have made, not only was I taking time I shouldn't have been spending on it, I didn't have the ability and the resources and the extra everything combined to accept the better deal when it came along. A few moments later, it's actually a few days later, I don't know what happened. For some reason, the chaptering wasn't working correctly on my camera and I lost half of this video. So as you can tell, different clothes, different time of day. I decided to come back and I was going to reshoot this one, but I liked the first part, so I'm actually just going to kind of continue from there. Somewhat trying to remember where I left off because I live a couple of hours away and I watched it last night. So the ability to remain silent and calm in a negotiation. And one thing to learn as a young guy is an argument is actually a negotiation. So the ability to remain calm in an argument, keep yourself focused, and if somebody is coming at you hard and your emotions are kind of getting away on you, you feel like you're getting pressured into something, just take that moment. Imagine that you're here, sitting with me. I'll make coffee. We'll relax. Think about it. When you're doing that, when I put myself in these situations, I can actually have a conversation with myself and discuss what's going on. Try and figure out why I'm being negotiated in the direction that I am, or being argued with in the direction that I am. And a lot of times, in order for people who don't have a great argument, they'll throw multiple things at you just to try and keep you off balance. Stop that. The ability to remain silent and think each point through, rather than trying to go from one to the next, when you do that, your emotions take over, your logic doesn't. So the ability to walk away from an argument or a deal, sometimes with people who just aren't going to see things your way. And you're going to come across that in life. And that's okay. If they don't want to see things your way, you have two options. You either walk away completely, or if it happens to be an argument or disagreement with people in your life, relationships, something like that, or whatever, not everybody is going to agree with you. However, you don't have to agree with somebody to still have the same objective, to get a negotiation done, a dispute settled, whatever it is. You can have your own different viewpoints, but you have your common goal. And being calm, stating your point clearly, and don't respond to theirs right away, gives them a moment to actually think about your point as well as think about their point. And a lot of times, when you're calm and you're silent, you'll get your other party to slow down as well. And when that happens, you're both thinking better. The negotiation, the argument, it's handled much smoother. Logical heads prevail. Emotion gets removed. And you'll come to an agreement that you're both happy with, or you both agree is not right for either of you. Entering into a bad deal is a win. Because getting stuck in a bad deal or giving up on an argument or something of your point that you firmly believe in as a man, that's not a win. Being able to walk away and say, I can't do that, I don't agree with that, I can't take the bad deal, that's a win. Because taking the bad deal, that's a loss. So the next time somebody is trying to pressure you into something or argue you into something, and it's coming at both sides, come here. Listen to the waterfall. Relax. Think it through. Sit on that side and have a coffee and discuss it with me in your head. What do I want? Why do I want that so bad? Is there something I can do to get what I want? Satisfy that. If this has done anything for you, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, Share it with a friend. You know somebody who needs this? Share it with them. When I was young, I really could have used this talk. So, I'm going to leave you with this. So here's the big lesson at the end that I told you about in the beginning. I left this like this intentionally. If you're having an argument or a negotiation with someone or some group, and they don't give you that minute to stop, be quiet, think, process it, then they don't respect you. And above all else, if they don't respect you, you probably shouldn't be doing that deal. When I learned this, I no longer do deals with people I don't respect. I may not agree with them, but I can respect them. You don't have to agree with somebody to respect them. They don't have to agree with you to respect you. But if they won't give you this moment, they won't respect you. Which means when the deal is actually going through and you're in the middle of it, they won't respect you then either. Remember that. It's been Bentley James for the Hammercast. Have a fantastic day. I am.